Advantages to the deep squat. First of all, because of it being a deep squat, it uses a greater range of movement. So what we get from that is number one, it will give you a broader strength across that full range of movement. So obviously parallel squats or partial squats only take you through, again, a partial range of movement. So it will only give you strength within those ranges of movement. The full squat obviously takes you through a full knee flexion and, let's just say, basically a full hip flexion as well. With regards to the ankle, we'll discuss that in a second, but it doesn't have to go into a full range of movement if you've got greater ranges of movement of the ankle. So people with lesser ranges of movement of the ankle don't need to worry so much. So the first one is the broader strength gain through the range of movement. The second thing, which is quite closely linked to that, is through those greater ranges of movement, you also get an improved joint health, if that makes sense. So it has a benefit to the cartilage, synovial fluid, ligaments, tendons, and then obviously the muscles, because going through that full range of movement, if we take the ligaments as an example, they give a basic stability to the joint. They are a passive tissue, but when you take them through a full range of movement, they are able to stabilize the joint, the hip, the knee, the ankle to a certain degree through that full range of movement. So having a fuller range of movement, or certainly using a fuller range of movement, can be beneficial to the people doing it. So it is just then a case of knowing when to do it, because if one is coming back from an injury to, say, a knee, you wouldn't necessarily want to jump straight into full squat and full bending of the knee and full flexion of the knee, but there will be a time and a place to be able to do that. So building that in and having that and working towards that goal will be advantageous. So those are the basic sort of two advantages. There are more. Add them down in the comments below if you've got any more advantages to deeper squats, but just for the purposes of this is all we're going to talk about. If you want to look up this more, click the link in the description, go through to the Christopher Hold Training Academy, sign up to join, and you can read this essay plus others in there. Obviously, there's loads of short courses in there as well. There's loads of content in there. So, disadvantages of deeper squats. Now, the angle may in fact be lower than their maximum range of movement. So what we are talking about here is people's range of movement and being able to hold that range of movement. So the deeper squat, so the hip flexion required to do a deep squat may be more than the person has. And what then will happen are compensatory movements to get down. So you may get foot collapse, you may get knee valgus, you may get spine flexion, you may get all these different things that come along with not having the range of movement. The same can happen at the knee and the same can happen at the ankle. So we have to take that into consideration when we are programming and introducing deep squats into a program. Now, there are different ways. We can goblet squat, which changes the center of gravity. So again, as I mentioned at the start, this isn't an exhaustive look at squats. We're just trying to compare deep squats and parallel squats. What I hope this does is help people think that when they see a video in social media and they go, oh, so-and-so said to do deep squats because they're great, therefore I'm going to do them. That may not be the case for you at that time, but you can work towards getting to that point. There's nothing wrong with that, but we need to be a little bit more intelligent about the way we go programming. That is the overriding message of this video, is for people not to just buy into all these influencers out there that are arguing amongst themselves, and you see all the reaction videos that they react to each other, and it's like, this is wrong, I'm right, they're wrong, I'm right. It's like, guys, stop. Everyone has their message. Every exercise has their place. You've just got to understand it for the right person at the right time. But yes, that's me going off on a tangent. Coming back to disadvantages of deep squats, we've got these increased ranges of movement also raise the potential risk of injury. So we've talked about spine flexion already. So if someone doesn't have range of movement at the hip, they can flex the spine. If that spine is then loaded, that's going to put them at a greater risk of injury. If they've had a knee problem, they're getting into it too early, that's going to put them at greater risk of injury. Again, if you want to read the spine flexion thing, go across to the academy, essays in there. There's loads of videos on it as well about spine flexion, loading it, and potential risk of injury there. So the deep squat isn't the holy grail, which is sort of, I guess, what you get from this. It has its uses, but we have to think about who's using it and when they're using it to be able to get the most from it. At the Christopher Hall Training Academy, we believe in balance, not just in movement, but also in knowledge as well. Our courses give you a clear, evidence-based insight into low back pain, core strength and stability, maintaining muscle mass, building bone density. We try and give you what works, what doesn't work, but also why, the advantages, the disadvantages, the pros, the cons, so you can make the best decision for your health that you can make. You'll learn the pros, the cons, the different approaches. You can make much more informed choices that fit with your body and your goals. You can empower yourself with balanced, practical information from these courses. So join the Christopher Hall Training Academy, where the science meets strength and learning leads to lasting results. So please do click the link below, get yourself signed up.